Miss Leah, there we go. You read my mind. You just hit record. So, well, today, actually, I want to start with I just turned 50 this year, but I think this week it has hit me because I've gone to 5 different places that have had pens and I've stolen a pen from every one of them. I think I'm now there. So I have 5 new pens I'm really excited about. Um, but that's neither here nor there. So today, Innovate with Nate is going to be talking about the buyer tour that we have available to us through Bold Trail or Emma. And I want to just show you how to create it and then show you what it looks like on the back end. But then I also want to show you some of the fun analytics that it has. So again, buyer tours today, this is just one of the pages that come from there, but I would build it out and show you all what it looks like. So let's get this party started. So I'm going to just dive in and do a show and tell. So bear with me as I click to a different screen. So I'll start right here. Pro Kit. You jump into your Pro Kit. You go to Emma CRM. And then once you're in there, let me click. You want to go down to my marketing. So it is an Emma present function, but you want to go to marketing and you're going to go to present. And a lot of us use the CMA in here and different tools in here. So this is the one that's labeled dun, da, 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 buyer tour. And it's really simple and easy to use. What I like about it is the feedback capture, but you also get analytics on the back end. So if you geek out over the analytics and whether they're opening it or what they're spending time on, you have all of that at your fingertips. So what you would do from here is hit start. And what you can do, for some reason, this happened this morning. I'm not sure why. The first time I logged in, it put me in California. So today it is, or it did it again this morning. Let me go to one I just started, or I've started. So here's one I did for my son. Moving slow. Here we go. It keeps a nice running record of everything that you've shared with that client. Here's what it looks like, and then I'm going to show you how to build it out. So it comes very nice. Has this page that you saw of the comparables that I've included in here. It gives the average price. It shows how many I'm seeing, where they're located, the features of the tour. From here, it's interactive. So you have the ability to set all of them up. And you also have the ability, your buyer has the ability to go ahead and look at all of the pictures. There's the specifics right here, but then if they want to dive in and go to the listing information, that is right here as well. And then if there are any virtual tours, anything like that, it's automatically linked in here. So as you're driving to the next one, maybe the 2 people in the car, one can look at the tour. Simple and easy. I loaded this with a couple of other things, slides that I think the buyer will want to take a look at. And I threw in some more slides about why I'm the right person and why they need a buyer's agent, talk about the inspection. And then lastly would be the thank you page. What's really nice here is you have the ability, or they have the ability, to gauge their interest level on here. And once you have this, you are notified when they have said make an offer. And I'm going to show you that here in a little bit. But you also have, your client has the ability to download the whole presentation. So you can hit that, or they can hit that. I don't know why it keeps slipping up. Here's what it looks like. For those paper people, it's all right here. Looks nice. It includes the 4 photos 4 to 6 photos. It gives them a note spot to take that into. More photos. Here's the slides that I included. This gives little pointers on how to write your offer. What are the key points that you'll see right here? You saw this slide earlier, but why they need an agent. And last but not least, a rundown or a recap of what they saw that day. Fun, easy to use, branded. If you've noticed, everything is branded to you and your information. So they never wonder, how do I get a hold of you? What was your number? Anything like that. All right, so I'm going to build this out and show you what I do. We start over. I had to do that one other time. Gotta love technology. It never works the first time. Okay, that's going to keep me in. Not sure why it's doing this. It hasn't before. It usually locks right in because it's tied to our MLS. It locks into kind of your area. Zoom in. Here we go. What you're going to want to do is you have the capability here to add MLS numbers. So I'm just going to steal a couple from this. And what I suggest people do is have your MLS tab open and then just copy and paste, unless you like to type in the MLS numbers. Each their own on that. Oh, looks like I only have one. Let me try and go back. Well, you get the idea. So you paste it in. Now you hit the arrow. It puts it, again, that's having some technical problems out of my control, but it puts it on there. Here's, of course, the property's not active. That's why. All right, everybody, I had this all queued up and ready to go. Let's just take White Bear. All right, now we're going. You copy, you're gonna go into your Emma Presents. Come up here and you pop in these MLS numbers. They do have to be active on the MLS so that the system can find them. I'll do one more for just good measure. Separate with a comma. You hit this, and there we go. So it gives you a map of where the listings are. You can zoom out. You can change the order. Obviously, I want to put number 2 last. So now if I start here, I've got my order. Boom, boom, boom. What I like is you type in the client name. And this is saved to them. There we go. This is saved to them. It goes directly to their email, which you will have here in a second. You save and continue. You can change the font. You can change all of this. You can mess around. Here is where you can start to add different slides. So it gives you the CMA page that we've seen that you just came from. But if I wanted to add a few more slides, I could do that in here as well. One good thing that you could put in here would be your agency. So you can say, I've presented it. You can create that, just put the PDF in as a new slide and you're loaded and ready to go. It's going to break down the properties. So here's that CMA that I showed, or not CMA, but tour that I showed you, and it's interactive, and they can click around on it. Then I'm going to add a few more slides. It gives you a bunch of slides to choose from if you want. I'm just going to go for buyer presentation that just gears it towards that. I want to add the inspection. I want to maybe add finding your new home and what that looks like, why they need me, and writing your offer. There's other ones in here. You've all seen that. So then you hit add selected slides and it builds them out. You'll know that it's here in the order. I don't like the order. I can grab this little hand and move them up and down. Here's the rate page. I think you should always just check to make sure that's on there. There's the feedback page. Here's what it looks like with a PDF. Now I hit present and share. It's automatically going to go to Caden Harrington. I have the ability to come in here and edit things. If you want, you can add a video link. I did this not long ago. I am covering for an agent who's on maternity leave, and she got busy. I took her client out. It was somebody I had not met. I made a quick introductory video of myself, just said, hey, here's what I look like. Here's who I am, because I was meeting this person in the dark at 5:30. I wanted her to feel comfortable. So I made that quick video and walked her through this. You can open the presentation right here. I've shown you all of that already. And so you know what that looks like. And I can email it or download it, and it will go directly to Caden with the email address because he's in my contacts. That's all done. Here's what it looks like on the back end. Oh, it's making me say something. You get to come down here, and I tell you to do this, include the downloadable PDF. So in case they want to print, and then do a photo of yourself as well. Here's what it looks like. Nice and not cool. What's going on? This all worked this morning, everybody. All right. So you get the idea. You've seen the presentation. You can copy it right here as well and send that out. The reason I like this is, let me show you here. So where did Renee go? This is the person that I had showed and made this for. What I can tell you is what I really like about it is I thought, hey, does this work? Does it not work? Well, I sent her the buyer tour. I can see that she opened it and what pages that she looked at. So it gives the analytics. So she spent 7 seconds on this. She watched my video. She looked at the slides and she opened it 8 days ago. Every time she opens it, I get notified that she's looking on there again. I'm going to show it to you here in a second. So she took a quick look at this. She really spent some time on the CMA stuff, the listing details, and the feedback. So I knew that she's taken a look at it, looking at using it, and it's been great. So what's it look like on the back end? Let me get into my email. And so with me opening it and preparing for the class, I was alerted. I was sent an email that said she's engaging again on the buyer tour. So it's really nice. And then I can take a look at it and know, or a call to action to reach out to her and say, hey, I see you're looking at this property again. What's going on? So on and so forth. So that's what's really nice. It's different than the MLS. You've all probably seen the MLS, but there's nothing on there that brands it to you. I've included a copy of that in here. Where's that? Here it is. This is what they get. It's not branded. And in this day and age, people don't want to click on things. This is what it looks like if you haven't used the MLS one. It's just not as polished and engaging as the Dyna Realty one. So Any questions, any thoughts from the group? I have one here in the room. Yes, sir.
Does that work on all platforms?
Yes, that's
iPad.
What did
Yep.
he ask?
Yep. So the question was, does this work on all platforms? And the answer is yes. It works on any Apple product, and it works on any Droid product. So it comes up very good. And I didn't mention this, it gives them step-by-step driving directions in there as well from place to place.
I've used this. Nate, I'm sorry you had technical issues. It does happen when you're trying to present.
Yes.
Because that's how it goes. We all know that. But I've used this actually for, like, we have a lot of people, we have people that are all of us, like, more techie and less techie.
Mhm.
And are mine more techie? My younger first time home buyers or whatever, they seem really impressed with this. I have others that would be way above them. They don't want all of this information. So anyways, I think it's a great tool.
It is. Thank you. I really appreciate that, Kate, because like this lady that I shared with, Renee, she's able to take that and share it to her family members as well. So she kind of did that with a friend who on one of the showings followed us using the step-by-step directions and all of that on the tour. So pretty cool too. All right.
Can you share it with the agent that you were helping out?
Yes, I can.
Include her in the interaction.
Right. Yes. The question was, can you share it with the agent that I was helping out? And yes, when it came to the email address, I just included her email on there too. So she knew exactly what we were doing. That's one way of doing it. You can also share that contact in your Emma dashboard. You can actually share it so that you both have that contact and she sees the interaction and the analytics on the back end.
Okay.
Great
The
question.
page that shows a number of things and you in the middle, what does it show for a woman or is it actually, can you put your picture in there or an avatar? That page that has you and a guy in the middle, whatever that page was, and showed a number of reasons why they should use you.
Oh, yes. That's a great question. That is a slide that's put together by Bold Trail and the marketing department. We could easily do one where that's your picture in there. Great question. You would have to essentially duplicate that and then just put your beautiful face on that
It
document
seems to
and
me
then
that
upload.
that page in particular would be good for any presentation because it really puts you in the center and all the things that need to be done around it. So it's really a good page.
Yeah, it really is. They have some good slides on there. If you haven't been in there and played around on the slides, it's a really nice thing to do. And it's easy to duplicate into Canva. All right, any questions on the buyer tour? Start using it. It's really nice. It's really a good thing to do. A lot of people like it, the engagement. I like the analytics side of things. So I encourage you to use it and enjoy it, and your clients will like it too. All right, I'm going to sign off. Thank you all for being here.
Thanks, Nate.
Thanks, Leah.